Okay, let's see here. The old 1-2-1-2. Get everything booted up here in a second. All right, I'm just getting everything set here. I'll be ready with my opening monologue, diatribe, whatever you want to call it, here in a second.
Radio check.
All right. And lastly, let's fire up LeMans Ultimate. We got a little under 20 minutes before the next race starts that I plan to enter. So this week for daily races, the particular race that I'm going to enter will be this one. It is GTE again. Well, naturally it'll be GTE, but again we are at Spa. But this is a different race because this is strictly GTE. There is no LMP2 or hypercars in this race. And I ran one of these races yesterday, and these races are actually, in my opinion, they're worse than the P2 mixed races. Although, you know, a lot of the races with where P2 is involved, a lot of the wrecks come from the P2 drivers, but nonetheless, there's still a little bit more discipline. And then the other one, we do have a mixed race here at Circuit of America. But I absolutely suck at that track. Well, we got 78 entries. No names that stand out at the moment. Whoops. Register. Okay, so what is good, everybody? It is the Godfather of VR, the ageless one of the man Lincoln Clay, and we are back for another live stream of LeMans Ultimate. This time we are doing a race in the GTE fixed at Spa again, which I just said that a few minutes ago. So title of this stream, I mentioned that I will not be getting the PS6 or the new Xbox, and it's this current generation. I actually did not get an Xbox until last summer. What ended up making me get an Xbox last summer, I bought an Xbox Series S from a friend, and the reason I ended up buying that was because my son, he loves the original Gears trilogy, Gears 1, 2, and 3, and those 3 games are not available on PC. They are only available on the Xbox. And I was dismissive of it at the time, but those original Gears games on the Xbox Series X, those games are what's the word I'm looking for? They are basically boosted to 4K 60 frames per second. And those old games actually look good, but you know, at the beginning of this generation, I was dismissive of it because I felt like I wanted to go forward, not backwards. But these games this generation have been less than appealing. So I ended up, other than my racing games, I ended up diving back into my backlog and going back and playing some older games. So anyway, yeah. Originally, my son wanted an Xbox Series S since it was going to be paid for out of his own pocket. And I think it was a design move by Microsoft. We could not find a Series S anywhere. There were only Series X. So he had enough money to buy a Series S, which was $300. I put the other $200 with it at the time and got him on a Series X. And again, we got the Xbox home. And I'm not gonna lie, you know, those old Gears games looked pretty good on the Series X. And so, you know, when it comes to Microsoft games, Gears 1, 2, and 3 will always be classics. And my son and I, we do like to play together, the online multiplayer. So I caved in and bought a Series S. But, you know, a friend of mine, he kind of returned the favor. I sold him a PS5 for $300, and I gave him like 6 games. You know, because he was looking for a PS5 and Miles Morales, which I already had. He was looking for that for his son, so he just returned the favor and gave me a good deal on a Series S, and sold that to me for $200. So short story long, if it wasn't for that, I would not have bought an Xbox. Now, over on the PlayStation side, you know, before the PS5 was about to release, by then I was, you know, I'm already well into PC gaming, and the only reason why I was even remotely interested in getting a PS5 was because of GT7 on PSVR 2. Even though it had not been formally announced yet, there was too many breadcrumbs being dropped everywhere that GT7 would get PSVR 2 support. So that was like, you know, the percentage I say fluctuates. You ask me today, I'll say 90%. You ask me tomorrow, I'll say 95%. But the bottom line is 95% of the reason why I bought a PS5 was because of GT7 on PSVR 2. And you guys probably seen some of my streams, but eventually my frustrations with that game came to a head. You know, some of the features that it was lacking, Polyphony Digital's lack of transparency, lack of communication, and mostly the horrible penalty system, as well as the dirty drivers. It all took its toll on me, and I walked away from GT7. And so since I don't really play GT7, every now and then I'll hop in there. I'll hop into GT7 and I will, where is it? Oh, it's over there. So every now and then I'll use a PlayStation controller. I won't even bother connecting my wheel to it. But every now and then I will hop on GT7 on PSVR 2 and I'll do a few laps against the AI just so I can ask myself, because another frustration that I forgot to mention with PSVR 2 GT7 was the reprojection and how blurry it can look at times. So I hop back in there every now and then. I might do it like once a month, once every couple weeks or something. I'll jump into GT7 on PSVR 2, take a look at it, ask myself, do you miss this game? Do you think you could dive back in and do the daily races again? Does the game look appealing? Does the reprojection still bother you? And the answers are yes. The reprojection still bothers me. At times it looks blurry to the point where it's bothersome, and I don't even bother diving into the daily races again because I already know what's gonna happen. So it only takes about 5-10 minutes of me jumping back into GT7 for me to realize that I don't miss it, and I end up taking the headset off. All the other VR games that I have on PS5, the majority of them I already have on PC, and they look the best and run the best in most cases, you know, in terms of native frame rate. You know, yeah, it's got its exclusives, at least launch exclusives, with the Resident Evil 4 remake, Resident Evil Village in VR, the Horizon Call of the Mountain, you know, so we're looking at that. GT7. So I think those were like the 4 major launch games for PSVR 2, and Call of the Mountain, reprojection on there was horrible, off-putting. Resident Evil 4 remake, yeah, it was all right, but I mean, we've already done Resident Evil 7 on the original PSVR 1, and then Resident Evil 4 remake and Resident Evil Village. I can play those in VR through mods on PC. So all that being said, the only PSVR 2 game in my library that I can't get on PC would be GT7, and that brings us full circle to full circle that I pretty much walked away from GT7. All that stuff combined, I don't really touch my PS5, you know, PSVR 2. Like I said, I'll jump in there every couple of weeks, take a look at GT7, see if I miss it. No, I don't miss it. Take the headset off. That's that. So moving forward to PS6, I'm not sure, you know, on PS6. First of all, as far as their flat screen exclusives goes, they don't do anything for me. So any of them that I'm interested in, I'm fine waiting till it comes to PC. And then as far as the VR part goes, I just don't know if we will see a PSVR 3 on PS6. I just don't know. And even if we do see it, they've got to come with some compelling games and not just have launch titles and then everything after that is Quest ports. So, you know, we don't know anything about the PS6, but I'm just basing that off of, you know, the, what's the word I'm looking for? The returns that I'm getting on PS5. So, and then there's no reason for me to get the new Xbox, but based on what's been rumored about it, I would probably be more likely to get the new Xbox than the new PlayStation, being that it's supposed to have the major storefronts on it with Steam and Epic, and I think maybe GOG. And then not only that, with Microsoft licensing out the operating system, that means different companies will probably be making their own vision of an Xbox. And theoretically, it's supposed to be a computer with basically a console interface for ease of use. So all that being said, you know, if it's possible to run VR on the new Xbox, I would more than likely get the new Xbox than the PS6. But all in all, no, there's no reason for me to get the new Xbox either, because all of their games come to PC day and date. So I don't have to own an Xbox to play any of their games. So So yeah, it looks like the way things are sitting right now, it looks like I'm probably gonna finish my journey out on PC all the way. All right, we've got about 3 minutes and 45 seconds before the race starts. Based on what I'm seeing here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It looks like at the moment I'm going to be ranked number 6 coming into this. Now, I did do a race yesterday, and as I mentioned at the beginning of the stream, I found this race to be more difficult than the multi-class races with the P2 cars, because a lot of these guys are lower ranked. They're less disciplined, and for the most part more reckless, in a sense that they take more ill-advised chances. So and then with this being a 20-minute sprint race, they're going to take chances more so in a sprint race than they would in an endurance race. With the intermediate races that I've been doing, those were 40-minute races with one pit stop, because you're not going to have enough fuel to go the entire distance. So a lot of them, the majority of the people in those grids have enough sense not to do anything stupid on lap 1. Although stupid shit does happen, don't get me wrong. But here, 20-minute race, less disciplined drivers with less discipline. Something crazy happening here in this race is more likely than the intermediate races. So got about a minute and a half left. I think the last tidbit that I can talk about before we get ready for the race is that next month, as those of you who follow LeMans Ultimate know, next month we're going to get the last part of the 2024 DLC, and we are expected, as far as the cars goes, we are expected to get the Lambo as well as the Lexus. Some people believe that there's a possibility we could get the Mercedes AMG in there as well, because the Iron Lynx team, they have switched over to the AMG for the 2025 season. I don't know, maybe we'll see the AMG, maybe not. We are expected to get the last track on the circuit, which would be Qatar. We are also expected to get driver swaps, custom liveries, I forgot what else we're supposed to get in there. But in any case, whenever we get these DLC updates, whatever, it seems to happen in like the second week of May. That being said, I expect LeMans Ultimate to put out some kind of trailer next week, because next week is the last week of April. So yeah, I would expect something from them next week. Event starting. Let's go. Yep, they got me in here 6, so it looks to me like I'm going to be expected to do 6 or better. too low.
Its exit's clear. Your brakes are cold, be careful. 2 minutes to go, 2 minutes. Sector 2 is yellow. We think that Nunez has binned it. Green flag, Sector 2. Yellow flag. Roman has gone off. Green flag, Sector 2. Incident in Sector 1, yellow flag. Sector 1 is clear. Yellow flag, watch out. Sector 3 is now clear. That's the end of the session, V6.
I didn't quite make it to the finish line. Let's see here. So, oh my God, 16 splits. So I'm in top splits.
Pit exit's clear. Okay, Clay, we've got 6 minutes to settle up. We need to get some heat into these brakes. 5 minutes left. Track limits, this lap will be deleted. Fastest lap for Steph, 218.28. Fastest lap for Christian, 217.44.
Lap 218.88.
2 minutes to go, 2 minutes. Sector 1 is 0.50 off the pace. Watch the track limits, please Clay. Session P11.
80.55.
Oh my God. Oh my Lord. Phew. I did a 218.5 and still came in 13th. Ooh. My best lap on here is the last, from last week during quali was a 218 flat. Now I dropped to 14th place. It was a 218 flat. So based on that, if I could have matched that, the best I would have qualified would have been 9th. So this is going to be rough. Even the slowest guy on here turned in a 219.6. This is going to be rough. We're going to go with 12.5 for the fuel, because I think this is going to be I think it's going to be like 10.5, I think, maybe 9.5.
Teams and drivers go to the grid for a race start.
He's already got pole. What's he waiting for? 9.6, 10.6, 11.6. 11.6 in there for the fuel. It says, Farrakasa, I love LMU coming from iRacing. All right, cool. So, welcome to LeMans.
Formation lap has started.
Praying that this stream is not choppy, because I've been having definitely been having some OBS issues lately.
Green flag, go, go, go. Green flag.
Clear right. On your clear right, car, clear right. right side's clear. Car right. Right side's clear. Car on your right. Clear right. Car right. Clear right. Car clear right. Sector 3 is now yellow.
That time was a 2:29.4.
We think that Roman has gone off. Okay, Clay, the next car is Yang. Green flag, Sector 3.
Gaming Legends said, thumbs up.
Thumbs up. What's up, Gaming Legends? How you doing?
Stay smooth. Yellow flag, Sector 2. It looks like caving has spun off. Just done at 217.85. Sector 2 is clear, the yellow. You're a tenth off in Sector 1. Sector 2 is 0.46 off the pace. Sector 3 is 0.36 off the pace. Alright Clay, 15 minutes left. That's 15 minutes.
nearly lost it.
Stay close, wait for him to crack. New fastest lap for Christian, 2:17.81. Okay, Glenn, watch your nerve, just keep it smooth, no mistakes. Ignore him, he'll go away. Okay, Clay, 10 minutes to go. That's 10 minutes left. Nice and smooth with that throttle. Keep it balanced. You're halfway home. Just had a warning for cutting the track. Force that mistake. Clay, keep Rylan on the pressure. He'll make a mistake. P11. Okay, Clay, you've used half your fuel.
Oh shit.
Come on, don't make it easy for him and make him go the long way around. On your right side's clear. You'll need to pit for fuel by lap 8. Right side's clear. Don't let him get away. Christian is leading the race. The guy in front is Garcia. That's 5 minutes to go, 5 minutes. Yellow flag in sector 2. Sector 2 is now green. You've just done a 219.47. Sectors 1 and 2 are 0.6 off the pace. Sector 3 is 0.26 off the pace. Good consistency. Keep them coming. seconds left, 2 minutes to go.
Woo!
One more lap to go.
82.
Attention to track limits, please Clay.
Sorry.
Tiny bit of aero damage, just ignore it. Gap to V12 behind is now 0.38. See a minor wear on your left front. That's the end of the race. Bad luck, mate. Okay, pit stop requested.
I gave it everything I had. Everybody congratulating each other in here. Nobody cussing and screaming. Nobody cussing and yelling in here. What was the fastest lap? 17.8. And I was 0.9 seconds slower. So I don't know. I mean, other days this pace would have been all right to finish in the middle of the pack, but not today. I gave it everything I had though. It was a good race. I thoroughly enjoyed it, but I couldn't get that little extra oomph. Let's go see how much of a hit we're gonna take as far as rank goes. I expect
Eric
to take a
McCready
hit.
said, "You hung in there, tough race."
Yeah, it was a tough race. The pace of this race was faster than what I'm usually dealing with. Oh, look at that. I took a hit. Expected you to qualify 14th. That's what I did. Expected you to qualify in the bottom half of the results. Expected you to finish 14th. Finished 11th. So only lost 0.4 for rank. If this would have been an intermediate race where you get 2 times the rank or you lose 2 times the rank, it probably would have been enough to knock me back down to bronze. Good race though, really good race. What do you got for intermediates? Advance. $149. Events. I gotta use the bathroom, so I'll just have to let this one go. I'll be right back, folks. Okay. If I hadn't made that mistake at the bus stop and let that Ferrari get past me, I would have finished 10th, and that would have been the top half of the results, and I would have gotten positive rank. So yeah, I made a mistake. But that Ferrari was all over me all race. Every turn he kept sticking his nose on the inside, acting like he was gonna dive underneath me. So I did my best to try not to worry about him, but yeah, I was a little bit worried about him. All right. Daily races. Ugh. We will do this race again. Next one starts in 15 minutes, so that's not too long of a wait. So yeah, we'll do it again. We'll do it again. Ah. All right, be right back. Put this away. Okay, I just checked the health meter on the streaming PC. This time, instead of streaming from the PC in my bedroom, I decided to stream from the other one with the 3080 Ti in it, and that I don't see any drop frames. So looks like it should be a nice, smooth stream. You know what? Let's let me check the leaderboards and see. Oh, Hannes Catone is in here, my boy. Let's go. So, yeah, you guys might see it right there. Friends, Hannes Catone. He's German. When we get the driver swaps next month, I will be teaming up with him to do a race, and I will also be teaming up with my other friend, the Great Beard Gamer. We will do a race together, and I'll be reaching out to some of my other sim racing friends and see if they want to team up and do some races as well. So that being said, I really can't wait for next month's update with the driver swaps. Let's check the leaderboard. So the fastest over, oh my God, 2:15.7. I'm almost 3 seconds off. 2:18.7 is my fastest lap. Yeesh. And the fastest Corvette, Basic Milanowski. I think that's that is either Matico or Tortellini, and he did a 2:17.2. See if I recognize any of these names besides Masage. Alejandro Garcia. That name looks familiar. Excuse me. Matt Beavis. Let's go to page 2. Now I'm ranked 437 out of all this. Let's see here. No. Nope. Try page 3. Still looking for familiar names. Josh Mackles. Yeah, I've raced against him a few times. He's a lot of the splits, like in the beginning when this game first came out, I've raced against him quite a bit. He's in my opinion, he's faster than that 218.5 would lead you to believe. So, right there, I believe he's faster than that 218.5. I know he's about a good second faster than me. Vincent Castile, that name looks familiar. Buck Wilder, nah. All right, we got 10 minutes. Josh Wood. That name sounds familiar. Fabian Gunther. I'm not sure. I think I might have had a situation with him a few months ago. Daniel Fever. Nah, I think there's only a handful of names on here that I recognize. Well, I guess while we're watching, let's check out some hosted races. They're in Hypercar. They're in, oh shit, all these are locked. So I guess we won't be seeing any of them. What does it say to host your own? Oh, nope. So you gotta buy time. All right, I appreciate those of you hanging out, waiting for the next race. Starts in 7 minutes and 40 seconds. Guess I'll putt around a little bit just to stay sharp.
Take 6 clear. Your brakes are cold, be careful. Track temps increasing. It's now 37 Celsius. Temperature's falling. It's now 11 Celsius.
Eric McCready said, Clay, have you had any more issues with your wheel cutting off?
No, I haven't. Simply put, I matched up the USB colors, and maybe that helped.
Mind these track limits, please, Clay. That's a new fastest lap for James, 2:17.15.
That time was a 2:18.9.
Damn.
Sector 1, yellow flag.
The AI turned in a 215.2. Oh my lord.
That's the end of the session.
All right, we got 1 minute. So, Eric McGrady, with USB plugs and ports, they're color coded. The USB with the black header inside, or the black piece of plastic, I think that's USB. That's just your standard USB. Might be USB-A, and then the USB with the white header in it. I believe that's USB 2. The ones with the blue header in it, that's USB 3, which is kind of the standard these days. And then you have the ones with the red header, and I forgot what that USB is, but I know it's faster than the blue ones. And so, in short, my wheelbase has a USB 2 plug, and I plugged it into a USB 3 port. So maybe that could have been the problem. So I unplugged it and matched it up. So the USB, the header is white, so I matched it up with the USB port with the white header. So I haven't had any problems with my wheels since doing that. Whereas before, when I still had it plugged into a USB 3, last week, about 2 weeks ago, the wheel disconnected twice within a half an hour. And for a second, I thought maybe the fan inside the base died, and I turned off every single thing in this apartment that I could think of so it was just total silence, and I put my ear up against it, and I barely heard it, but yes, the fan still does work. So all those issues, it's starting now. Woo. So at this moment, it's starting to look like all the issues that I was having was related to the USB male to female not matching up. So now that it appears that I've solved the issue, I think I can trust this wheelbase enough to do an endurance race where I can do an hour stint or whatever the case may be.
2 minutes to go. 2 minutes.
2 minutes to go. 2 minutes. Oh my God! Looks like I'm 14th coming in here. Oh shit! Kowalski. Yeah. Oh, there's Hans Catone. Is that?
The pit exit's clear.
Is that him behind me? Yeah.
Your brakes are cold. We need to get some heat into them.
I'm gonna let him go. Go ahead, Catone.
Left, clear left. All right. Right side's clear.
Nyong.
Session V14.
All right. Where is oh yeah, he's ranked just below me. All right. Let's go. That McGuire, I've seen him before.
The pit Right exit is clear. Push now. Okay, Clay. We've got 6 minutes to do the business. Got cold brakes all round.
Eric McCready said, looking forward to see the endurance racing. That's a whole different kind of racing. I don't think I can sit that long in my rig.
Well, when I team up with Hanez Catone for our first race, I'm looking to do a 4-hour race, and we do 1-hour stints apiece. I know I can do 1-hour stints because I've done the 2.4 hours before.
5 minutes to go, 5 minutes left.
Eric McCready said, if you can customize each stint, then that makes it easier.
I think some of these races have rules where I don't know if there's a minimum, but I think there is a maximum of how long your stint can go.
On your left, clear left. New fastest lap from Garcia to 16.90.
Yikes!
Lap 2, 18.2.
V6. 2/10 off the pace in sector 3.
So 218 to start out with, 218.2.
Just 2 minutes left, 2 minutes to go.
Oh, I just made a horrible mistake. I should have stayed in 5th all the way through the Eau Rouge and it cost me.
Sector 1 is 0.30 off the base. Your brake temperatures are looking good.
Made another mistake.
Sector 2 is a second off the base.
I don't think I'm going to have time to do another lap.
We're going to validate this lap, track limits.
Come on, come on, come on.
The guy behind has just done a 217.28. That's the end of the session. P12.
Oh well. Oh my lord. A 218.2 and I'm qualifying 13th. How is that? Oh lord. So we put 11.5 in there again. Let's see what that does. But the good news is, I think I come into this session ranked 14th. Excuse me. And I qualified 13th. So I should get a little bit of positive rank for that. So if I can finish in the top half of the standings, then I will get positive rank. But I think this race is going to be even tougher than the last race.
Teams and drivers go to the grid for a race start.
You had a lot of guys bunched up in the 217s. 9.6 and I got it set for 11.5. All right, I'm good with that. All right, let's go. Four, three, two, one.
Formation lap has started. Green flag.
Nail it. Clear left. Car left. Clear left. Car clear left.
It's gonna get ugly.
He's still there. Right side's clear. Yellow flag, caution. On your right, Davies has gone off. Clear right. Sector 2's green. Clear right. Yellow flag, sector 2. Sector 2 is now green. We think Vining has gone off. Yellow flag. Clear left. We think Brown has spun off.
Oh!
Yellow flag, keep your wits about you, mate. It looks like Innes spinned it.
I got
Alright,
front
Clay,
and
that's
rear
minor
damage.
aero Stay out, it's not that bad.
That time was
Green flag in sector 2, E9.
3.51.
My lap times aren't going to be that good now.
The guy in front is Clark. Okay, Clay, don't let this guy distract you. Just done a 216.94. Clear right.
V-Gamer said,
Well done, Clay.
hello,
Nice move, mate.
nice first lap.
Thank you.
Good luck in the race.
15 minutes remaining, 15 minutes to go. We're looking alright here. Keep your concentration nice and smooth.
Thank you, thank you. I took off some damage though.
Don't be distracted, defend your position.
Ooh!
Yellow flag. See, Davies has been dead. Sector 2, 7th position. Okay, Clay, hold your nerve, just keep it smooth, no mistakes. Looks like Bordeaux has crashed. The car in front of us is Kowalski. Green flag, sector 2. Okay, Clay, 10 minutes to go. That's 10 minutes left. Stay on it, keep digging. We're at the halfway point. Is now 1.2 seconds. Alright Clay, you're halfway home. The fuel is fine. That last lap was at 218.83. Yellow flag in sector 2. We think that white man has stacked it. Sector 2 is clear.
That's the Porsche that was behind me.
Yellow flag. Okay, Clay, you've used half your fuel. We think Davies has binned it. Green flag in sector 2. Gap to P8 behind is now 3.3 seconds.
That time
That lap was at 2:19.38. Cut the track. Keep it nice and tidy. Okay, Clay, relax, focus, keep it smooth. 5 minutes remaining, 5 minutes left. Green flag in sector 3. The gap to 8th place. Behind is increasing. It's now 3.4.
Woo!
lap 2:20.91.
Looks like a bit of wear on your left front.
Sylvie said, "Man, I don't know how you sim racers do it, I would die of boredom." Sylvie said, "Good luck though."
Thanks, but it's the competitor in me, in all of us. I mean, in that same breath, I don't know how the Fortnite people do it. That's boring. But hey, I mean, we all got our vices though.
That's 2 minutes left. 2 minutes.
But I would say that a lot. I know a lot of people think sim racing is boring, which is cool. But I think you, if you kind of have a meh stance on it,
Said, "True, Fortnite/PUBG for me is like looting for 20 minutes and then dying."
I do think that if you were to give VR a try with sim racing, I think you'd like it much more. Because there's nothing like being inside the car.
That time was
One more lap to go.
8:20.40.
V7.
Sylvie said, hope to try one day, for now have no money and eye problems.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
Sylvie said, good luck man,
Thanks.
you seem very chill.
Appreciate it, thanks. I do got a car breathing on me a little bit.
We've seen a bit of wear on the front tyres. V7. Okay, that's the end. Good finish, mate. Well done. Okay, pit stop requested.
No doubt I'm going to get positive rank for that. Good race, sir. That one got scary for a moment. And this Catone finished 11th. Shit, that's pretty good because he qualified at the bottom, so he clawed his way up to 11th. Good job, Inez. All right, let's check the damage and see what we got for rank. Oh, hey, but hey, I still managed to get 4%. Expected you to qualify 10th, you qualified 13th. What could I do? Because that was a fast field. I mean, but hey, beautiful. Time is it? 7 o'clock. In the immortal words of Ice Cube, today was a good day. I'll take that. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave it there on a high note. Thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate it, everybody. I'm not sure when I will be back this week because I am going to visit a sick friend this week. At this point, the only thing I can say for certain is that I plan to be back Saturday morning per schedule. And if something happens between, tomorrow and Friday, then yeah, I'll do something. But other than that, look to see me on Saturday. Again, thanks so much for watching, everybody. This turned out to be pretty good. Appreciate the conversation. Appreciate those of you who stuck around in between races, because I know that type of stuff, I can get impatient sometimes myself when I know somebody's got like a half an hour before the next race. I've been guilty of leaving and then coming back 28 minutes later or something like that. So for those of you who stuck around through the whole stream, appreciate it. I know I'm rambling at this point, but we will see you all soon. Thanks for watching. As always, we'll see you on the next one. Until then, you all know the line. Wakanda forever. Long live the king, and Deuces. Have a good one. We'll see you soon.